I want you to say why you wanted to rear me as a black person and not a biracial person.
The world sees my family as black. The world sees all women.
You got me on the west side, even though I'm from the south side. You make me wanna drive by, pull up to your house tonight.
Grandma, you click me on.
Yeah, you ready?
They clicking me on in 1 second.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're blocked up.
Okay, bring me on, Sister Conrad, bring me on. Bring me on. Live and direct, ready to go, y'all.
Live and direct.
Live and direct.
Five, four. You can speak in your regular voice.
Okay, all good, right on. Thank you for the reminder, right on. Right on.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Heads up, eyes open, and fist clench. Heads up, eyes open, and fist clench. You good to go? Heads up, eyes open, and fist clench. Y'all know what this is. Now we do this, y'all. Hey, we back in the building. We black in the building, y'all. Okay, yo, I'm glad I just got the heads up. I can speak in my regular voice. You know what I'm saying? Missing y'all here, Intellectual Radio. Y'all forgot the number. You know what I'm saying? Let me y'all a quick reminder. 708.
Look up there.
Right in front of me. Okay. 708-223-8953. Fremont Radio, y'all, we locked and loaded again, y'all. Y'all know y'all we double-breasted. 929-477-3785. Been a long time. I shouldn't have left you. The deal is I have not left you. We've been on the ground all over, moving around, just a lot of business, a lot of places, y'all. Real talk. The spirit of making history, taking history, taping history, y'all. Again, this is another episode, so let's get locked and loaded, y'all. Y'all got to get y'all the call-in numbers. Ain't no excuses, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So again, open those front doors, those windows, even if it's cold outside. If you're Chicago, wherever you at, let them know again that we are locked and loaded. And in fact, in particular with this episode, need those, you know what I'm saying, be heads up those who are held behind enemy lines, who, you know what I'm saying, translation, those who are locked down. You know what I'm saying? When we say behind enemy lines, and we're putting this in correct political context about this war that's being waged on us, we have to be consistent with that. We use terms like ransom as opposed to bond, as opposed to kidnapping, as opposed to being locked up. We use terms as opposed as such as behind enemy lines, as opposed to just saying it's being locked up in the quote-unquote correctional center. A few things we want to touch down on. You know, I know we got a lot of callers on, standby. Supposed to have some brothers in the building and some sisters in the building with us too. That they're gonna call. We expect them to call in. Switch some things around. I'm touching a few things real quick. Then we go because I know we got a lot of. Yes indeed. I got our colors on. This is not even playing. You know what I'm saying? Like Black and Panther blue. You know what I'm saying? Hey, ain't no coincidence. Real talk, right on. So we in the building, y'all. Get the right color headphones. You know, real talk. There's see, all politics is local. This is something that we hear when we talk about politics in general and also in electoral politics. We're gonna kind of go with international, then bring it down. 'Cause I know it's gonna be a lot of emphasis. We're going to stress about what's happening right now. You know what I'm saying? In particular, parts of Mississippi. For as Malcolm X said, America itself represents a prison. As Minister U.E.P. Newton said, prison is a microcosm of the outside community. And, you know what I'm saying? And again, what's happening there? It's really on a broad, it's more intensified, but it's happening in our communities. You know what I'm saying? The streets of Mississippi, Oakland, California, Chicago, you name it. You know what I'm saying? And we want to check our emotions as opposed to our emotion check us. We want to, you know what I'm saying, provide a political assessment of what's going down. Real talk, right on. That's what it is. Matter of fact, let me give a quick roll call. I see a lot of y'all ain't touched down with it in a while. You know what I'm saying? Let me just give a quick roll call real quick. Alicia in the building, Eric, that's what it is. Fred Marsh, Tony in the building. Foster Bay, I see you, sir. Mother Comrade in the building. Queen Nubia, that's what it is. Fred Marsh, Nathaniel Washington. St. Q, Fred Marsh. Trent Thompson, right on. Kimberly Foster, right on in the building. Free them all. Luther Dean. Con Hoops, no doubt about it. Free them all. Free up bone. Free them all. Free them now. Free them all. Right on. We've seen this era, on time to time, we talked about how this era could be this era of time can be correlated to that of the tenure of former U.S. President Richard Milhouse Nixon, and for all practical terms, it's just like a reactionary time. And however, you know, dealers ain't nothing all bad, nothing all good, but there are contradictions that have been previously existing, you know, all the time here, but the colors be pulled off. Example, we gave this example before under the tenure of previous presidents prior to President Nixon, John F. Kennedy, you know what I'm saying, and the likes, Lyndon Baines Johnson, so on and so forth, can be assessed with what we refer to as a class peace. And a class peace does not negate that there were contradictions happening. However, it was done in a Machiavellian way, and some of the lubricants, the oil that kept the machine moving more smoothly. You didn't recognize a lot of knocks in the machine. Was, you know, saying certain Negroes being elevated to certain positions, so on and so forth. The Kennedy administration is no exception to that. You know, the same Kennedy administration that under the tenure of President John F. Kennedy, his brother was Attorney General Robert Kennedy, who had authorized the wiretaps on Dr. King. Same under the tenure of President John F. Kennedy, his election, in fact, was largely accredited to the first Democratic convention being televised in Chicago, and the role that the infamous Daily Machine played with elevating them to that position. Same Daily Machine, the same Kennedy, under the same John F. Kennedy, that the Peace Corps were implemented, the Green Berets, the Bay of Pigs, and countless number of assassination attempts on Commandante Fidel Castro in Cuba, and other contradictions you did. But however, it was under the tenure of Richard Milhouse Nixon, where they pulled the covers up, from which he referred to as a campaign for law and order, and you've seen the more intensified, recognized atrocities that was going down with the U.S. aggression against Vietnam. Not that it just started under the tenure of Nixon. In fact, you would be hard pressed to find people who even, you know, saying who referenced it as a war. And you notice I even say the term the U.S. aggression against Vietnam. And in certain eras, you have a time where the U.S. imperialism in particular is able to move domestically as well as internationally, unchecked, You know what I'm saying? And with an unchecked and with an arrogance. Because Malcolm X said America's democracy isn't hypocrisy. It's a facade. It's a facade of freedom. And this is one of his strengths as one of his weaknesses. And we seen, and in fact, former U.S. Ambassador Andrew Young had got brought under heat for just even slightly mentioning there were political prisoners in the United States, and he backed them up for their statement. Say, he retracted their statement, and you'd say, what's the big deal? Why doesn't the U.S. want to acknowledge this contradiction? This takes away U.S. imperialism, sis. U.S. takes away U.S. imperialism's ability to move with the arrogance and the cockiness. Cockiness that we've seen where I'm going to go through different tenures of time. Hillary Rodham Clinton was able to go through Robben Island prison and say with arrogance how this is the atrocity that Nelson Mandela was locked up 27 years in this place. At the same time, mind you, this is under the tenure of her husband, who was at the time the U.S. President, Bill Clinton, William Jefferson Clinton, who had countless number of political prisoners held captive. Locked up. The Sunday Out Colas, who's still held captive right now. And the Mumia Abu Jamals, the Move Nines, and the list goes on and on. So this is under the Obama administration, where they had the audacity to ask the Cuban government to ask and say, do you have political prisoners? And Cuba was like, whoa, wait a minute, you asking us this? But this is something this is an advantage that America, again, with its Machiavellian tactics, is able to do, and something in certain stages in the game, we've seen the Nixon administration want to pull the covers up. It was clear. In fact, the state has said that one of his errors, one of his mistakes, was allowing the video cameras, the footage of Vietnam, to be shown. People recall the vivid images, and this also trickled down and correlated to the impacts of what's happening right in the States. Because you have this has been brought up in different campaigns. John Kerry and other people who ran for U.S. president. Well, the arrogance. Where people were bragging about what they did to Vietnamese villages, and we're taking pictures and the arrogance of it. And we've seen even under the Bush administration, we've seen the photographs of Abu Ghraib, Baghdad, where the prisoners were packed naked on top of each other. And this did not just start then. This has been the modus operandi, the MO. But it was an arrogance that trickled down from the top, from the top down. And it appears that you can feel comfortable. You can not only feel comfortable, feel cocky to do these. I've been going so long, I'm on 10, sweating and everything in here. But the cockiness that the state can move with this under certain administration, you look back to Bush administration and the Nixon administration, as we fast forward to today, Trump administration. Even with this, this is not the first time that assassinations have occurred. I'm speaking in regards to the other day at the Baghdad airport, the Iranian general, Somali, maybe pronouncing his name incorrectly, Somalia. And this is something that and I want to point out a few points. One, that the time, at any given time, and remember the movie Wag the Dog, the diversionary tactics, and this is something that they do in our community. When they attack something going on with us, we call it the sidetracking of the slave. So the question becomes: was Rodney King, was he speeding or not? When something goes down, and you see this whole tactic where they have a psychological profile on certain individuals. They say this particular general had a relationship and a respect, not only in from Iran, but also in Iraq. So you say, how could it? Just when these impeachment hearings are going down, at a strategic time, bam, make that move, and this goes down. And they have, and there are documents they talking about, like in the city of Chicago, about teams such as the Red Squad and other elite law enforcement teams. There was documented where they said if any potential uprisings were to occur, isolate certain individuals, as Chairman Fred Hampton. But the disadvantage that our community is subjected to is the non-acknowledged war other communities, you know what I'm saying, again, there are terms like the Geneva Convention rules, you know what I'm saying, how you have to treat a prisoner, how long, you know what I'm saying, they can be detained, and even acknowledging torture. But again, that's something that our community is not, you know what I'm saying, has been deprived of. And people say, well, it doesn't make a difference. You know what I'm saying? The deal is it does make a difference because, again, a major disadvantage of a non-acknowledged war, you have, you know what I'm saying, we have, you know, as opposed to propaganda bombs, we call them love and hip hop shows, you know what I'm saying, that we don't even, and just the acknowledgement that we have political prisoners. There are people who are locked up for, you know what I'm saying, not due to the quote unquote crime, but due to, you know, who they are, what they represent. And the deal is African people, the whole, we tied into the history of it, of the chattel slavery. It's political in nature. The crack cocaine gang, all that. Again, everything is political. We live and direct, y'all, you know what I'm saying, making history, taking history, and taping history. We're talking about, you know what I'm saying, this on the international level, what occurred, you know what I'm saying, at the Baghdad airport, and how, historically how these type of tactics have been employed. About, you know, like you say, wait, how do you just, at any given time, pick out, drop a drone, at it, you know what I'm saying, who to pick out, and not the other individuals who were took out. And again, the benefactors, the war, you know what I'm saying, because war has been big business for U.S. imperialism in particular for, you know, for quite some time. And we see, you know what I'm saying, and we see though the servants of the system, or better yet, the slaves of the system, they may be fed such propaganda, you know, when you're fighting for patriotic reasons, fighting for the country, so on and so forth. But when you have such, you know what I'm saying, such individuals as Nixon or Clinton or whatever, Nixon or Trump, you see as the old saying goes, the emperor has no clothes on. That's what it is. We talking, we live in Eric. Y'all feel free to call in 708-223-8953, 929-477-3785. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me pause for the call. If I can, Sister Comer, if you can't pull this family, do we play it yet? Don't pull this up yet. Don't pull this up yet. I want to pull this up in a few minutes. Before we start talking about Mississippi, what's happening in Mississippi? M-I, cricket letter, yeah, cricket letter. All right, I'm talking, I mean, man, you dig? This, again, this is a microcosm happening to our people all over. Let's stop. Let's pull up in Chicago. Let's pull up in Chirac for a minute. Let's pull up at the, you know what I'm saying, let's correlate to one of the first edicts that came out of Mayor Rahm Emanuel's mouth when he got into office. Closed down all the mental health institutions of the black community. You did, and how this is impacting our community, y'all. We have to have these discussions, you know what I'm saying? And just, it's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing to see, you know, just the other day, we see 4 or 5 days ago, a case where, I think a 22-year-old sister, 22 years old, they said she supposed to stabbed her father, left him on the southeast side of Chicago, 72nd and South Shore Drive. Stabbed the father, jumped out the window with 2 of the babies, supposed to murder 2 of the babies. She got the case, and then it came, you know what I'm saying, and there was no report of mental illness. No, I mean, it's going on like business as usual. She has a court date, so on and so forth. No acknowledgement of mental health contradictions. This is what's happening in our community. We have to go back and do like a review of all these contradictions in our community and say, well, wait a minute, what lens are we looking for? And that tag gang been slapped on us so hard, so continuous. I said, I wouldn't be surprised when they was kidnapping us from Africa. They was running that lick. You know what I'm saying? Who y'all getting, what trial? Oh, no, these gang members. You know what I'm saying? This whole dynamic about, you know what I'm saying? And if you can't relate to what I'm saying, it was present sheriff of Cook County Jail. Tom Dart said Cook County Jail serves as a large mental health institution in the country. In the country. You know what I'm saying? This was happening. This is something that we have to acknowledge, you know what I'm saying? And this, I mean, I can't tell you the amount of phone calls that we get on a day-to-day basis, you know what I'm saying? How this impacting our communities, our movements, everything, every dialogue. My brother, this is impacting every aspect of our communities, y'all. We have to acknowledge this mental health contradiction. And a lot of, our communities have been repeating or regurgitating such a reactionary rhetoric. You know, a lot of us came, you know, so it's an arrogance that trickles down to our community. We came to distinguish, homosexuality from emasculation. A lot of us came to distinguish intelligence from mental health contradictions. You know what I'm saying? And this is, you know what I'm saying, this is something that we have to really put, you know what I'm saying, this is a war tactic, you know what I'm saying? And it had to be inclusive in the conversations about when the state came through with the different incentives, you know, to our community about, you know, turning our, you know, giving our getting these babies hooked on Ritalin and other forms of chemical biological warfare. What type of drugs are flooding our community now? You know what I'm saying? The days are old when you hear something about marijuana plant. I mean, the chemicals alone that have been flooded through our community, and you know what I'm saying, the adverse effect. You know what I'm saying? It's again mind blowing. So these cases we have to go back and look at it from another lens, and that lens of again acknowledging at minimum that contradiction of mental health issues. Y'all feel free to call in. We finna pull up in Mississippi, y'all. It's important. We need y'all online. We finna bust this reactionary rhetoric. We know historically what this system has done. How they have how they've been able to throw not only throw the rock, but shoot the guns, bring the knife, and hide their hands. Hide their hoofs. Hide their pig hoofs. Every people say, "Oh, you always want to say the state." You damn right, damn right. It's not that coincidence, y'all. Real talk. I forget we got cameras all. We live on YouTube. We live on Facebook. We live on all forms of social media, y'all. I'm gonna give a roll call shout to everybody in a minute, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Again, I'm so glad y'all tuned back in with us, man. We going through it. Get the Black and Panther blue headphones on. What's happening in Parch, Mississippi? What's happening? What's you know what I'm saying? What created the conditions? What are we missing inside these prisons, inside these concentration camps that we had? You know what I'm saying? During the era of the Solidad Brothers, during the era, you know what I'm saying? The Pontiac 17. You know what I'm saying? I know I got some historians on here with us. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The uprisings in Pontiac, Statesville. Lucasville, even, you know what I'm saying? The organizing that was going out throughout these concentration camps that trickled down to these juvenile detention centers. You know what I'm saying? What the long-held political prisoner Sunday Coley talked about. He said he drew the correlation about the conscious level of the community when the uprisings were occurring, you know, inside the camp. It was a connection to the community. In fact, it's the Black Panther Party, which we say also we interchangeably use the Prisons of Conscience Committee. One prisoner, one contact. You know what I'm saying? That's why when you locked up, they had you saying words like, that's the world out there. To disconnect, to disassociate us from what's going on, you know what I'm saying, outside, you know what I'm saying, in the outside community. We have to have an umbilical cord type relationship from those who are held captive to what's going on in the community. You know what I'm saying? It's had them on. In other words, you know what I'm saying? When it impacts when we out Abu Jamal, it's impacting. You know what I'm saying? The brothers and sisters in the street. Sunday out there Coley. You know what I'm saying? We have to draw these correlations again, because once they isolate us, you know, they go step by step, and imperialism is never satisfied. It takes us bam. Separate from the prisons from the community, separate this cell block from that cell block, separate that cell from that cell. They have a rule. It was brought to my attention. I forgot what year it was. 1994, 1985. Page 4, and it's really meant do your own bit, do your own time. And they was telling me about this. And I said, no, we don't relate to that. You know, so we are connected. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we have to. A lot of people say, well, whatever they going through in Mississippi, they should be going through. They locked up. Did this here. Ain't no war on crime, ain't no war on gangs, ain't no war on drugs, it's war on our black ass, and we do not organize, we do not resist. It can be defined as nothing less to what Minister U.E.P. Newton referred to as reactionary suicide. A lot of times we don't grasp on or relate to these contradictions until it happens to us directly. It's happening, y'all. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? We want to commend those forces, you know what I'm saying, who get some of those images, those brutal images out to us. What's happening down there? You know what I'm saying? In the state, they try to sidetrack and run a facade about it just happening, you know, since a gang warfare between the GDs and vice lords, or you know what I'm saying, or some, you know what I'm saying, or some issues about this guy jealous over this one guy doing this lady guard or whatever. At the end of the day, the question of who, you know what I'm saying, the prison is a controlled environment. Ain't nothing moving up inside. Ain't no packs moving up in there. Ain't no that the state don't have no access to. Our communities are controlled environment, but prison more so. It's a controlled environment, and we can look at historically tactics they have tried. You know what I'm saying? How historically the assassinations that have occurred. You know what I'm saying? Field Marshal George Jackson, August 21st, 1971, San Quentin Prison Yard. On the outside of the court, Jonathan Jackson, August 7, 1970, Marion County Courthouse. Larry Davis, who they targeted, you know what I'm saying, from the streets of New York and took him out inside, had him taken inside the camps. The experiments of those in Holmesburg Prison in Pennsylvania, you know what I'm saying, the history of what's going on inside these concentration camps. There's no term, no in our language to even say the word prison or jail. This is a foreign concept to us. We had found the information years ago, man, over in Pontiac. where they had wardens that convened in Pontiac, Illinois, the same Pontiac with a Pontiac 17. Y'all remember the names of Larry Hoover and others. This is when Daley Jr. was one of the prosecutors on that case. And he never forgot the case that Larry Hoover, the chairman of the Growth and Development, was on that case. They never forgot. These, you know what I'm saying, this is the conditions were so intense. There was a connection going on throughout the community that cats, you know what I'm saying, man, people was, you know what I'm saying, fighting to say, how can I support this case? How can I work on this here? And you know what I'm saying, it was a climate, Sunday out of Dakota talked about back, you know what I'm saying, uprisings, you know what I'm saying, connected to the Black Power movement of the 60s, where people had related to the sentiments that was articulated by William Thoreau when he wrote in Civil Disobedience. In an unjust society, now we're going to paraphrase it. In an unjust society, that the only place for a just man, a just woman, is prison. The state had done so much propaganda in regards to prison, that you got people saying, you know, all this fraud about the cable TV and people enjoying themselves, so on and so forth, that there's a disconnect, that the children had a different assessment. When people say, I don't have no daddy, my mama gone, so what? As opposed to a generation during the Black Power movement in the 60s that impacted not only the music, not only the entertainment, not only the style, not only the fashion, but the minds and hearts of children. Children would put their chests out and say, my daddy locked up. The police came, moved her, they handcuffed my mama because they was clear on the politics of prison. That's the next. We have to become clear on the politics of slavery, the politics of crack cocaine, the politics of prison. Again, the politics of the gun. Everything is political. We have to become clear that we have to heighten the contradiction that we able to distinguish. You know what I'm saying? Revolution from reactionaryism. We have to be able to distinguish. You know what I'm saying? Uprisings from riots, rebellions from riots. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of thing that we have to, y'all. We have to be very clear. You know, even if some cats themselves are engaged in some reactionary actions, the outside circumstances, the conditions, the political skeleton. So you might say, man, well, I don't know this cat. They don't know what they're doing. They're not doing nothing political. The skeleton outweighs that. You know, so you put an ostrich heart in a human skeleton. That framework, the kidneys, all it checks that. Say, man, I don't know, man, this a human body here. I don't know what that's an ostrich heart. I don't know what you did out there on the farm, homie, but this is how we get down over here. You gonna operate in the capacity with this structure that goes down with this human body. It's the way, ain't no running on no two legs, you know what I'm saying? It's, man, ain't no eating no, you want to digest, you want to assess and digest. Ain't no bird seeds coming up in here. It's a different machinery here. And you gonna say you have to get in when you fit in. And that's the dynamic of the political contradictions of prison, the numbers, the stats and the facts. Even if some cats themselves are reactionary and do not understand, it checks that. Say, no, I don't. You can flatter yourself to believe that you locked up because you were some sort of drug kingpin. When you get through bumping, the reality is the numbers themselves. You know what I'm saying? Man, the majority of the coke, the crack, all that, use the white folks. So don't flatter yourself. Hey, you know what I'm saying? This is a political economy. It's what's happening inside these concentrations, right? These concentration camps is political. Real talk, y'all. Give me a heads up, we got any callers in queue? I'm trying to hold this thing down.
Fremont, brother chairman, no callers in queue. Callers, if you'd like to come in queue, please press 1. Fremont.
No, they cannot. Hold on, they cannot even call my phone. I cannot. Wow. Okay, we have an issue with the phone calls coming in. Cut off immediately. We had some people calling in from the concentration camps, y'all. Ain't no coincidence, they don't. You know what I'm saying? So those who are here with us, if y'all can't type in y'all questions or comments, you know what I'm saying? Let's do this here. You know what I'm saying? If it come down to it, you know, we got to use two tin cans in the stream. We gonna communicate with each other, y'all. Real talk. We gonna make this happen.
Fremont, brother chairman.
Fremont. Fremont, come right.
Area code 619. Fremont.
Welcome to Fremont Radio.
What's up, brother? How y'all doing? Good, man. How y'all doing?
I'm good. Who is this again?
Yes, sir.
Fremont, who is it? I'm losing you.
Yeah, man, I want to call in on that.
This show body? Show body.
Yes, sir.
We hear you now. You going in and out, brother. You going in and out. We hear you now, brother. I'm glad you on board. The show body right on. Welcome as always, brother. You know what I'm saying? Got a long-standing history with us. You know what I'm saying?
Hello.
Can you hear us now? Can you hear us?
Can you hear me?
We hear you loud and clear. Show body. We hear you. Can you hear? We hear you.
Yeah, can y'all hear me?
We hear you loud and clear, brother.
Okay, what's up, family? Yeah, man, I want to call in on this Mississippi thing, man.
Yes.
On this Mississippi
Yes.
situation. And I want to let everybody.
That's some back. That's
I can't hear you. Can y'all hear me?
we hear you. That's I guess it's another. It's some background. Another studio going on. But we hear you loud and clear. We hear you loud and clear. So
Yes, sir. I'm talking about that Mississippi thing, man. My thing is this, man. I want to put a message out here to the guys on this today, man. As far as I want them to know, man. Like I'm talking about the street guys, all the street organizations.
Yes, sir.
Man, listen, man. The COINTELPRO still exists right now today. They pulling the COINTELPRO on us right now as we speak, man.
Yes.
And all the organizations have to wake up to that, man. You know what I mean? We gotta wake up to all the snake niggas, all these fake niggas, all these renegades out here trying to destroy what the men that got put forth for us, man.
Come on.
And what it is, a lot of us ain't waking to that, man. A lot of us still sleep on what's going on with us, Chairman.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? And what we talking about the other day, when it comes to laws and policies in these organizations,
Yes.
man. You know, they was about saving these organizations and stuff like that. When you lose that, you lose a people. You have a misguided group of people who are trying to survive, but they don't really know how to do it.
Yes, sir.
So right now, one of the major things we're going through as a nation in whole, man, is we have to find out where we at with the laws and policies, where we going, and also recognize that the enemy is attacking us right now. We're so strong right now, bro. We the strongest right now. All these organizations that's coming up, that's waking up in these streets, we the strongest power right now. But the government and the different demons is really scared of us right now, bro.
Yes.
So they're gonna try to destroy everything positive we got going for us. But we gotta be ready for that. They're gonna put renegades in our. They're gonna try to start gang wars. They're gonna try to make us gang bangers. We're not gang bangers, bro.
Come on.
I'm not in no gang.
Come on.
I'm part of the global development, man.
Yes, sir.
I've never been in no gang.
Yes, sir.
Talk about going to kill our only opposition was the people who trying to hurt our people.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so my thing is this, Chairman. I know you got other letters on the line.
No.
I'm going to talk, but I want to put this out right here. Please, everybody, wake up to these people trying to destroy our peace and our freedom and our kingdom as men. They're trying to destroy all our organizations. They're trying to make us fight each other. They want to destroy all our king's legacy. Right now, just wake up to that, man, so we can stop. Don't let them infiltrate us. We have to stay strong together, man, and be aware and to be alive, man. Real talk.
Man, brother, hey, love, hey, this that show bought in the building, y'all. Us before me, this brother, you know what I'm saying? Hey, we got the utmost love and respect for this brother. And let me just tag team with you, man. It's essential. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, I just want to reiterate some of the points that brother Showbody had brought up, y'all. Organization structure is important, man. You know what I'm saying? Again, and I tell you, we had to use other examples of abroad and other places, or even other communities, other people right in the States, because people can see it. War tactics, you discommunicate. I mean, they admit it, they acknowledge it. Knock out communication, take out certain leadership. You know what I'm saying? This ain't the first. We done seen this before. And you know what I'm saying? You go back in time in Statesville when certain organizing was happening. You know what I'm saying? You see United in Peace movement happening on the streets. You know what I'm saying? The timing of Dantrell Davis' nephew, King Shorty, you know what I'm saying, the Cabrini Green getting gunned down, you know what I'm saying? And then with the brother who they gave the case to, where they put him at in Stateville, you know what I'm saying? This kicked off a whole bunch of dynamics, you know what I'm saying, that happened inside the prisons, the streets, so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? In the purpose of prison, let's be very clear. The purpose of prison, the purpose of these concentration camps is to break the will and spirit of people. In fact, Minister U.E.P. Newton said that if it was not for the support of the people, I would have come out of there in a pine box, if had come out of there at all. The isolation cell he was in, they reference it as the soul breaker. There's a soul breaker. You know what I'm saying? When Chairman Fred was in Stateville, they called you by your number as opposed to a name. He took a stance if he ever responded to him. He said, "I am Deputy Chairman Fred. I'm the Illinois Chapter Chairman of the Black Panther Party." You did? It's, man, again, if anyone believes that the warden, that the mayor, anybody wants to stop gangbanging or crime in our community, you believe Don King wants to stop boxing. This is a necessary ingredient for this system to continue to move as it has, that we get down amongst each other. You know what I'm saying? Again, prison is a controlled environment. What's happening in parts of Mississippi? What's happening throughout what's been happening, you know what I'm saying, what's the modus operandi in all these concentration camps? We go back and look at Cochrane, California. It was exposed, you know what I'm saying? Who they, you know what I'm saying? How they would set these fights up. They call them cockfights, you know what I'm saying? We know it's a policy. Throughout the Fed joints, where they got certain prisoners, they're disproportionately putting black prisoners, with, you know what I'm saying, around 3 cartel members. Right? This is a policy. This ain't no crazy no racist guard. This is a policy that's happening. You know what I'm saying? Even down to the food, who they feed, when they feed them. This is a machinery. This is a machinery that goes down. You know what I'm saying? So for anybody to insult our intelligence to say, okay, just some GDs and vice lords got it to it ain't that simple. And you know, now, mind you, it may be some cats that, you know what I'm saying, they might grab, you know what I'm saying, exploit their psychological profile. I get this line I was just thinking about today. I was thinking, I said, man, what I say, man, Pac and Nipsey was assassinated. Now, if some of you niggas want to quibble about what pigs got, what niggas to pull the trigger, that's debatable. However, the fact is that Pac and Nipsey were assassinated. You know what I'm saying? Be clear on that. So, again, all police don't wear uniforms. Yeah, cats say, well, man, we always blaming the system or the man or the government, the white man, whatever. They just shit, man. They have I'm not going to debate with you. We very clear that the Portuguese could never kidnap me without the aid and assistance of some Negro so-called kings. Yes, there are those in our community they grab, you know what I'm saying? They have a psychological profile on them. And we got to call that question. But who pulls the string? What's happening in these concentration camps, man? Ain't no dope coming through there. Ain't no movement, nothing, man, coming behind them walls. You know what I'm saying? They don't know about. And you know what I'm saying? And our brother Show Buddies talked about, man, you go back and look at you think it's by coincidence, you look at the history, you hear about these different leadership and different organizers inside these different, even these juvenile detention centers. Go back and you hear about the different councils and what literature came from, you know what I'm saying, Stateville, St. Charles, different, you know, or Audi Homes, and so on and so forth. You hear about these cats, because again, it's a pressure cooker. And they broke a lot of men and women and children. It's a pressure cooker. But also, they say coal make diamonds. You seen some of our greatest minds. Every other community recognized this. When under Bush Jr., George Bush Jr., when they were talking about going here to Iraq, the first thing Saddam Hussein said, man, bust them prison doors open. They said, oh, wait a minute, you know, it's differences. We have issues with the ideological difference. He said, bust them prison doors open. He said, let them out. You know what I'm saying? We can't afford this. Listen, we ain't even gloss this up. Yeah, that differences in our community. That's one of the reasons I like that movie Games of Thrones. They be showing you how white folks get on with each other. You be like, man, dudes, what is that? Oh, he from the north. We don't like them. His Dice's daughter's head and her 7th son be cursed with 7 wickets. Why? She from the south. They all that stuff. They get together. White people always get together. They tell you, no, this is how they get out. Every community got these contradictions. We at the Country Christian Black Panther Party said the differences amongst the people, first of all, let's acknowledge that we got them. Yeah, we got them. In our families, in our household, all that, we got them. Differences amongst the people are reconcilable. However, between the people and the state are irreconcilable. And you'll see a lot of cats want to touch that. I seen some cats today back and forth on Facebook. And so, talking about, well, man, what about this organization? Well, the Panthers, they did this. What about this organization? Did this here. We relate to what Lenin said. Lenin said, we relate to how you view the state and how the state views you. Catch on. Well, this guy, I heard they was getting high in their organization too. Well, this guy did this here. This the line of as Minister UP New referred to. This is a line of demarcation for us. You with the state? Okay, that right there draws it. That right there draws it. Now all this stuff about, man, dude from the south, he from the west, dude, he folks, he people, he a Capricorn, he Aquarius. Okay, he's going sharing baby mamas, go all that. The state. That's a line of demarcation. We live and direct on Freedom on Radio, y'all, making history, taking history, taping history. What's happening in Parcham, y'all? What's happening in all these concentration camps, you know what I'm saying? And we want to commend these. Yes, sir. Please.
I want to ask this, man, because my thing is this, man, that thing out there in Mississippi, that wasn't just no attack on the growth development and the vice lord. That was an attack on all of us. We have to recognize
Come on.
They finna be doing all this like they were trying to say about people. You know, this is what I'm talking. They making it like it's just a growth development and a vice lord thing when that's a little bitty part of us.
Yes, sir.
It was gonna be a big old nationwide thing going on, man. And we have to stop that because we not gang members. We not gang members.
Come on.
To the world that we are not gang organization, brother. You dig what I'm saying?
Real talk.
And they trying to destroy the whole intellect. So there was, it's a bigger picture than GDs and vice lords.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? They're trying to stop everything, any type of power we have with our people right now. They're trying to destroy it. They're trying to make GDs. They're trying to put GDs in the world right now like we're a gang. They're trying to put vice lords in the world right now like we're still a gang, like we fight each other, like we hate each other. And it's not like that, man. We want the world to know that it's not
Right
like
on.
that.
Yes, sir.
The real, I mean, that's the thing right there. A lot of people understand, man, that ink shuts a lot of things up, bro. The ink or your organization shuts a lot of things up because it prevents you from going to war with the other organizations because we have no other organization opposition. The only opposition we have are the people that's against us. You dig what I'm saying? And the people that's with us, we're not against them. That has to be known. We are not at war with the vice lords.
Right on.
We are not at war with the BDs.
Yes,
we
sir.
are not at war with the Stones. We are not at war with the Crips. We are all family, man. We all
Yes,
together.
sir.
We all with it. But one thing is, we all have to be on the court, G. We all have one enemy that don't want none of us to be out.
Yes,
We
sir.
all have one enemy. We have to realize that. It's not the war. We have to know. We have to all realize that. They don't know better. They're gonna put renegades in organizations.
Yes.
To start things. We have to be aware of that so we can stop that.
Yes.
The leadership of these organizations got to make sure they're aware of. Somebody trying to start a war with them, we have to stop that immediately because we know what the whole outcome is. We know that they're trying to destroy us. We know that they hate us. We know that they know we the strongest people in the world, and they can't. We're gonna take over when we take over, and when we go to war. This Civil War 2. When I say Civil War 2, I'm I know we're no real Civil War. Nobody say Civil War 2. We're no real one. We can take what's up. They know it, man. So do not let them demons destroy what we trying. Mississippi, they're trying to start something out there in Mississippi. They want the domino effect. We trying to stop that right away.
Yes, sir.
Right away.
We want, man. We with you. Hey, when we want to repeat this. We want to say we want this call to go behind the wall again. And I want to, man. I relate to your passion. What you saying about about this whole position, but it's the passion. You better keep on saying ain't no gang. You represent no gang. I cats gonna understand that. See, it was a time. Them were fighting words. Them were fighting. When you call a cat, I mean, go just take. I own youngsters in particular, because I'm real. Sometimes I can be over analytical. You know what I'm saying? One reason the politics we always call to analyze things, and also I kind of blame my maternal grandmother too, nanny. Because I don't care what it is, she always go break it down. But let's ride with us for a minute. Let's. What happened? You got cats that call themselves gang members. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Where did this come from? You know what I'm saying? There was a time. You go look at, if you can go look at some go look at some old pictures was old graffiti on the wall. That was a time to, man. You think that the word N just was happening to be behind all these different organizations? Nation, GDN, BPSN, VLN, nations. You know what I'm saying? It was a fighting word. Just to say it was a gang member. It was a protocol. It was contradictions. However, it was rules of engagement. You come inside the joint. Can't say, man, such and such took this from me. They say you say, hold on. They're gonna ask you again. Did he take it from you or did he steal it from you? Rules, you know what I'm saying? Man, you said, what's the big difference? It must be, man, ain't nobody, man, it's a big difference. You know what I'm saying? The codes, the sliminess, the shiciness that goes along with stealing. It was outlawed, you know what I'm saying? Wasn't cool, you know what I'm saying? Next thing you see a cat running around with some mittens on his hand, you know what I'm saying? Galls up on his hand. There were rules of engagement, there was structure, you know what I'm saying? Checks and balances. You know what I'm saying? Cats when there were contradictions between organizations, you know what I'm saying? Came to a point when it was mandated. You know what I'm saying? Cats, hey man, get them. Your organization, your manhood, your womanhood don't have to come at the expense of one. See, this society tells in order for you to be one, who you are, it had to come at the expense of somebody else. You have to disrespect this one. It came down to some policies being laid down in these streets inside them camps. Get them. They had certain tattoos. Or if you were disrespecting another organization, hey, get that off your arm, man. You know what I'm saying? Because cats say, this who you are. You know what I'm saying? You can be a vice lord with him still being a GD, and he can be a BD with him in the stone. This type of structure. And the deal is they moving. One of America's policies is to create chaos and then restore order. And that type of order works 100% in the pig's interest, y'all. You know what I'm saying? You go back, they'll give us some cows. You say, okay, yeah, we went back. These police, these really are gang members. They not correctional officers. No, at roll call, they not reading. They not spitting no lick. They at roll call, the lieutenant and the warden giving them directions. That's what their allegiance to the state. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So don't switch lanes on them now to my, oh yeah, they getting that type of when they turn them keys, who they turn them keys back into? Who arming them? Who giving them the power to put people in cells in antagonistic situation? They got access to catch files. Ain't no guy coming to join. This dude locked up for getting down on this other guy's cousin. Ain't no this guy from 35th Street. You know what I'm saying? They know more. They know. Listen, man. They know our potential more than we know our own potential. You know what I'm saying? You sit back and you listen to some of these cats every time, like, you know, with dog breeding. They break down the whole history with this dog. That's a German Rottweiler. No, that's an American Rottweiler. That comes from this bloodline. That's a pit. That's a blue nose. It comes from this. No, you don't mix them together. You don't do that. That's how our people, man. They got documents on. They talking about the Mormons. In Utah, they say they got so much stuff on our people, man. The slave files. They got psychological profiles on us, man. The Reader magazine did a history one time on the GDs. They went through the detail. This happened on such and such day. This happened on such. They know that. They know they exploit certain contradictions. They know which winners make certain moves. They know who to lock up. You just see what they did at the airport in Baghdad. See, again, back to that acknowledged war. He telling you. They ain't say there was no mistake. They ain't say no. We think see, there had been us. They told her, well, you know what? Maybe it was the Iraqis that had came through and shot General Somali inside the head of the airport. They tell no. We know dude potential. We know he been getting down since he been a general in the army since 1998. We know if they make a move on him, the trickle down impact. With our community, we think it's coincidence. Oh yeah, man, dudes had me put in the cell with such and such. Shorty G's got put in the cell with such and such, and he just got into it. Man, come on. Come on. They, again, psychological profiles. They done, it's historic with our revolutionary organizations, with our street organizations, our communities, our families. Man, we go to these different families, the police kill somebody. People say, Cham, how you be knowing which one they gonna raise up? Man, I study my own family. Everybody got an uncle such and such. They know which ones to raise up. Certain they know to kill, who lock up. They'll turn our organizations out inside out. Before you know, hold on, that ain't what this is laid out to be. This ain't what this is designed to be for. You hear these cats now? It's no bad coincidence. They done twisted so much of the literature up now. These cats don't know what I'm saying. Don't know none of it. That was mandatory. Oh, with the song, my man Debo, the song he played earlier. You know what I'm saying? That was mandatory. Cats were screaming, you come in. You literature, man. Well, man, I know such and such. You know, it was a time when men made money, not money making men. Cats go, well, I guess, man, dude, man, run that lick down. You gonna fake the funk? You know? It was repercussions, you know what I'm saying? Catch, you know, no liberalism, you know, it was some liberalism, but it was structured checks and balances, y'all. Again, one of their policies is to create chaos and restore order, y'all. We got legends in the building. I'm thinking of y'all tuning in with us right now, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking no foreign language. I'm see cats who tuning in. I ain't talking no our brother Shaw brother on the line with us right now, y'all. We ain't saying no foreign language. You know what I'm saying? We know this here, man. You know what I'm saying? We trying to get this out there. Even the name, man, even the type of names we had with cats had. You know what I'm saying? The organization and all that. Titles, the structure, all that, man. It was a dynamic. You know, certain things weren't cool, man. It was an honor to the cats when they going heads up, man. It's different. And again, they come through. You know what I'm saying? The system so Machiavellian. It get out on us and they flip. So hold on, you gonna we done next year we tell us shit. Y'all kidnap y'all down, so put yourself on the shackles on the chain, put yourself over here. Now the game was come on, man. Yeah, it's a game problem inside the prison. The motherfucking state, the correction officer.
They kick that wall off in the jail and they sit back watching everybody kill each other right now.
Man,
they kick that wall off in that jail and they sit back right now. smiling like a mug, hoping everything die down. We cannot let this die down, y'all. We cannot let
We've seen this in.
like we let it die down, they're gonna start.
If this is too far fetched, if people can't relate to it, well, I don't believe that you saying that the system that they will put somebody inside the jail, they can kick over a situation. You know what I'm saying? They trying to stop the violence. Did this here? You talking about the same ones who worked the strings in Rwanda? You know what I'm saying? I mean, the Belgium, the French in particular, but the same politic of it. You know what I'm saying? Man, that was one people. They exploited class contradictions. Plane get gunned down. Woo, plane go down. Next thing you know, man, they on the radio. You know what I'm saying? The Chinese manufactured knives just all of a sudden get thrust at you. You go back and trace down the weapons all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying? Who gets shanks? When they get shanks? They had a thing they called. They told me about this in some of the magazines. They called it the hat trick. I said, tell me about the hat trick. You know what I'm saying? It's this when the warden would call certain guys down. And they will bring the proposition to him. This is how, man, this is how this is gonna work. You're gonna get you online. And then when he leaving out, the warden would say, you forgot your skull cap. You know what I'm saying? It might be an 8-ball or quarter ounce or something like that, the drugs in the hat. And so when you get the skull cap, you walk out, the lunch line or something, just so happen is walking past, and they see you come at the warden's office. This how they get out. This how they get out. You know what I'm saying? They come to these. I mean, historically, have played tribes. You know what I'm saying? And dearly, we got to combat liberalism. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if it's contradiction within our tribes, within our families. Call the question. Call the question. You know, I tell you, should we deal with our contradictions? You know what I'm saying? Again, man, they smell it. They come out, they peep amongst our community. They'll raise some motherfuckers up. They'll put them in position. They'll make them, then they'll break them. Then they'll blame it on us. Man, ain't no pin and tail on the dunk, pin and tail on the pig, man.
We fall for the German. We fall for it, though. We fall for it. We fall for it and go to war. We can't do that, though. We can't follow these dummies, G. We can't let the dummies send the kings off to war, man.
Real talk.
That's one thing in our history right now today. 90% of our group that was strong got infiltrated and fell off into the infiltration world, and they gone right now. The organizations are gone because it worked on them. But now we know that it worked. We know what they did. We can't let that happen to us because we know. We can't let that happen to us. We know better, man. And we know better. We can't be the dumb ass niggas going to war and kill each other off and let these people destroy other people like they're planned on. We know they doing it. So it's our job to stop it, bro. All we got to do is stop this shit. Stop losing. Black people, poor people, you tired of losing? Stop fucking losing. It's time to stop losing, y'all. It's time to stop losing. We've been losing, man. Y'all know we losing. Y'all know how we losing. Y'all watching us keep losing. We gotta stop losing, fam. Period. We gotta stop losing. It's about time for us to take care of ourselves, man. Stop losing. Stop letting y'all. We know they infiltrating us. We know we got renegades to start some shit. We know all this. So we gotta prepare ourselves for the win. We gotta be ready to stop it. We cannot let go infiltrators start no wars, man. That's serious right now. That's serious, Chip.
Yes, sir.
Very serious.
And some cats may say, "Well, okay, how do I defend myself? How do I a good just even as Minister UEP News said, like the state loves to perform that treachery in the dark." One dynamic about hiding these contradictions is just even. I remember a number of different attempts they tried with me when I was locked up. They, you know what I'm saying, they would try. I remember a situation. This is in Big Muddy River. Big Muddy River. We call it Big Bloody River. So it was 1994. So I come inside the chow hall. Those who ain't never been held down. That's what they even that term. That's what they feed you at, the chow hall. So we come in, so this guard say, so the brothers, they greet us, hey man, all right, so the guard say, hey man, that, you don't y'all be saying that. So this other brother was explaining, say, no man, ain't no gang. I said, hold on, you ain't gotta cop no pleas for this. I said, he ain't gotta cop no plea. He said, well, don't say it no more. I said, you got us confused. So he come on the unit that night, so we saying it more. Go on the yard the next day. Some guys might remember this. This one of the famous war stories. We get on the yard the next day. Big Muddy River, 1994, 1995, 1994. Big Bloody River, Aint, Illinois. Lieutenant Gamble on the yard. They bring the helicopter down. Bring this guy down, leadership for one of the organizations. They put him, they made him down there. Bam, they brought him on the yard. They give him a circle. They don't allow him, they encourage him to meet. Lieutenant Gamble tells this guy directly to tell this man they cannot associate with Mr. Hampton. Don't say the word or none of this. We walking up the yard. Good young brother. Soldier. I see him. He twisted. One of the other guys, what's wrong with you, man? I said, he got political indigestion. He said, what you mean? I said, he twisted. He conflicted. I said, he kind of caught up with, you know what I'm saying, blind loyalty or call it quit. I say, it's premature to deal with it the whole fast. So, man, we had a coalition of all the organizations inside the camp. You know, in fact, it was mandatory. 2 members from each organization would come to political education class. One brother, he kind of reactionary. He like, man, let's just go at this dude. I said, no, hold fast, man. See, the moves we make and the moves we don't make, it's for the people. I tell people, I say, you ask the average woman what she'll do, you know, and then you ask what she'll do for her children, you liable to get different answers. You ask me what I do for our people, for our organization, for our people, you liable to get different answers. So I say, hold fast, man. Pick our moves and don't let our moves pick us. We're going to stick to our resume. We're gonna reinforce our resume. We're going to go extra hard. So, cats, I say, do a roll call right now. Check every unit. What campaigns we was pressing right now? Check all the campaigns. I say, balance them out. See what you mean? Balance them. Make sure we got an equal representation of each organization. We had a case in Unit 3. Unit 3, Lamont Bridges. The GDs, Growth and Development, the police had left me there to die. They killed them. We had a couple more cases with the Stones, the Vice Lord, some more cases. So we organized. We intensified organizing. So now, so the people asking questions. Again, the people, that's your best security. The people saying, whoa, man, the chairman and them, they in the prison, the POCC, you know what I'm saying? Y'all hear us using words interchangeably, POCC and BPPC. Prison Congress Committee, Black Panther Party Cubs. They saying, man, they take on campaigns for everybody, everybody, all of us, whoever we be. So then they vamp on me on another old trumped up charge, so I'm back in isolation. I'm back in Big Muddy River in the cell they call, this before the Supermax, they call the Supermax cell. So now, they done got through, so dude been exposed. They got dude now in the cell, they finna chip him off. They got him in the front cell, he talking to Lieutenant Flagg. Lieutenant Flagg was on Internal Affairs. Internal Affairs is the police department within inside the police department. Now he also sits on the Adjustment Committee. Adjustment Committee, notice these words I'm saying. The Adjustment Committee is where they adjust you at. And it's like a court inside the prisons. And every one of them got the same setup, same profile. It's a racist white dude, a captain lieutenant. It's a black male. I'll be talking fast. It's a black male who ain't got no connection to black folks, none. And it's a black female who hates black men with a passion. And if this was just happening in two cats, I'd say that's roll of the dice. This is the setup in every one of them adjustment committees. This is the setup. So I'm telling you, don't flatter yourself when you think you kicked up a war or you gave her. Man, I'll be for real. They got your setup. They got your birth certificate and your biological and your political certificate. They know what will make you tick for. You know what will make you tick. They know how you feel about skin complexion, male, men, women, children, all that. And they'll put you in certain situations. And they exploit your contradictions. And see, if nothing else, I would be the type of, say, okay, listen, man, I ain't finna let no motherfucker just, you know what I'm saying, work on my damage. You know what I'm saying? But when you have and that's especially their class contradiction, because petty bourgeoisie, they get confused. They miss that first part, that petty. They think they the bourgeoisie. They think they make some decisions. Yeah. They think they make some decisions. Until they get through it, they be sitting back confused. Whoa. Then you hear Bill Cosby talking about how Hollywood running these Eddie Murphy and them slaves. Now they talk about that now. But it wasn't no plantation before when they was on it picking, you know what I'm saying, picking cotton on white folks' asses. Now it becomes a plantation. You know what I'm saying? We'll take the information because the Black Panther Party said information raw material for new ideas. So back to this situation, back to this war story. And I ain't using that term lightly because man, motherfucker came up on kissing the casket with these scenarios I'm telling y'all. So Lieutenant Flag, he comes to the cell door of the individual that Lieutenant, and man, Lieutenant Gamble is the white dude, the Machiavellian dude. You know what I'm saying? He out there, I see him take the dude off the helicopter. I see the whole lick. So now they send a Negro. So Lieutenant Flag telling the guy they gotta work. He said, "Hey man, you on the next thing out of here." So the guy who they done work to, they done told him tell his membership disassociate with me in the movement. He telling me, I said, "Oh man, I can't do that. I can't go to Joliet. I can't go there." He said, "Yo, you remember?" He tell the police, say, "That's what he told on such and such. That's what he engaged a certain thing." The police said, "We know that. Who you think let you in the cell with? We know that." Dude said, "Man, listen, man, we got another guy coming down here, man. You and the next thing smoking chews and voles up out of here, man." Stu say, "Man, I can't, you messed up." So I'm in the back. I'm what they call a Supermax said. Before they made the Supermax, that's why I'm back. So I hear this. So I holler from the back and say, "Man, they something else, ain't they, man?" "Yeah, man, they bogus, man. Yeah. He said, "Yeah, man." He said, "Who is that?" I said, "Oh, this Chairman Fred. I'm back here in my state blues pants, my boxer drawers. I'm Chairman Fred before, I'm Chairman Fred now. And it took your jewelry, I heard, man. And it took all that from you. See, they can't break me because they didn't make me. You know what I'm saying? This is how they get down. And with the deal is we hike, and then I'm gonna give you another one when I'm flashback, when I'm going through this, because I'm giving you a piece of myself. As I tell, I'm a political piece of me, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking you on the journey. That's even the flashback through this shit. You know what I'm saying? And this shit be difficult. I told them cats in that movie script. I said, "Man, I can't be talking to some of these cats." I said, "Cause man, it's difficult, especially when you know, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? It's not appreciating trying to take the information that you lies against a motherfucker though." I'm trying to do if this relates to that. I'm trying to give y'all another time about how I've seen, how we bear witness, or how they try to work motherfuckers against each other. But the deal is, once you call, I was on another ticket they had me on, so I'm back in isolation. This one was a hunger strike. And I'm running the same Machiavellian motherfucker, Lieutenant Gamble. So I'm just giving y'all some. So we talking about, we on the subject of prison, you know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all, I'm giving you some testimony. This ain't for no book I read, you know what I'm saying? This some shit that I done lived and then died under this. And I ain't saying this on no machismo no type of way. I'm telling you, this was happening, you know what I'm saying? This type of the shit that our people are subjected to inside them concentration camps. And, man. And I'm gonna tell you about Mandingo. I'm telling you, the brothers and sisters that impacted my life. I'm telling you, I'm talking to my man. You know, man, I was able to sit at the tables. I'm talking about with thoroughbreds. I'm talking about, don't get me wrong, some donkeys and mules in them, but that's my best minds in that motherfucker, y'all. I'm talking walking the yard with Lil John. I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? Who, man, with the GDs. I'm talking about, man, give me kicking with them, man, thoroughbreds and Vice Lord Stone, all these different cats, you know what I'm saying? And just, even in Sumax and they brought us down for the visit. Cat Castle for Latin King said, "Man, we glad you died." I said, "Shit, bad." I said, "Well, I ain't. What you mean by that?" He said, "You're gonna help bring attention to all this shit. We was happening." I said, I take that. I take that. I'm honored. I'm honored. When I tell people, we are honored to serve y'all, serve the people. We are honored. Back to this situation here. I think I told you about this before, but I'm gonna put it in the context about what's going on right now. This stage shit, this genocide, you know what I'm saying? And I know fratricide is, the brothers killing each other, you know what I'm saying? But this genocide was happening in Park, was happening in Mississippi, was happening in all these places, you know what I'm saying? Man. August 1998, Stateville, called Deathville. A guard named Voigt. Voigt, Voigt. matter of fact, that's the same name of the police chief in that movie, Chicago PD. He in the gun tower. We just come off lockdown. Gunning me through the gun tower. August 1998. Bam. A few different organization cats pushed me out the way, man. One other cat caught the buckshots in his collarbone, pushed me out the way. Menard, 1999. They got me set. They have you. Some people behind bars. They would put me behind a door. They tell you can't have no cellmate. We would hear the screams. They would take catch and just tell you to cuff up. You're gonna take a cellie, and you don't know if they're finna cuff you up and force a guy to move on you. I'm Menard. I think I'm in North Seg. I get back there, I'm already tripping because when I get back there, cats solid. That's Lil Hamp, that's Chairman Fred, the Junior. Yeah. They keep telling me all these stories about how they been there since 1969, 68. One guy said, man, you know the chairman was over here too. Yeah. What gallery? You know he was in the same cell house. Yeah. What cell you in? I said, I really want to go that far because y'all really kind of got me on a trip right now. Let me take a breather. That's when they named me Deja Vu. So I'm inside the cage, the cell. Let me put stuff in context. Menard was so. Imagine Mississippi. Menard is in Southern Illinois. You know what I'm saying? So we're not talking about the Mississippi. The history of the state of Mississippi. And these arrogant motherfuckers. Shit. Go check. How they been telling you how they a state of a world they own. You will see guards in Menard 5-6 days in a row, never go home. Shirts unbuttoned. This there. When I first come to Menard, they bring the bus down. It's strategic going down. And they point up, they said, up on that hill is where John Wayne Gacy is at. You forced to look up to this white dude who they done told you done got a house built there with 30, 40 motherfuckers they done took out. They take you down the bus, take you down, you going down, they telling you, look, that's where John Wayne Gacy's at. I'm seeing, when I get to, first get to Menard, I get there. My first thing I look for, not going any new camp, gun tower. Probably 2 up there. Get there, see 6, 8 of them up there. Pig named Torville. Little short pig named Torville. They run up, they tear my property up. What this is, they found a Chicago Sun-Times article with Chairman Fred's picture in there. Well, this gang literally you on lockdown with everybody else. He trying to push me to become reactionary. He said, you got something to say? I don't respond. They take me upstairs. Say, yeah, you going up in the cell with one of the biggest band. We're going to see how tough you is. We're going to see how you go in the cell with this guy. Take me upstairs. Peggy murder mouth, and they open the cell door. Say, yeah, we're gonna leave you, see what happened with him. So the brother, he trying to figure out what's going on. So I tell the brother, don't even trip, it's on me. They trying to, it's a psychological thing trying to pull with me. They come to chump Torville uncuff us. And now this pig was so notorious, his off days was on Tuesdays. So Monday was like a Friday to us. We would have like extra noodles and beans and stuff on Mondays, because this chump was gonna be off Tuesday. So when he leaves, so I'm talking to the young brother, he's 7'4", actually from Maywood, out there by where the Hampton house is at. So we politicized and talking to him and everything, you know what I'm saying? We chopping it up. So pigs come through. But the deal is, like our brother Showbar just laying out to y'all. See, they a lot of times, see, they play up egos, you know what I'm saying? They supposed to set a situation, supposed to came like this pissing contest. You know what I'm saying? They come back, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing happening. They say, all right, they cuff up. So they take me out, take me out. Take me downstairs. You going to Seg, you going to North Seg. So here come this old white nationalist reactionary ass warden, Page. Anybody locked up heard of him? He's so disconnected. He come back there. They tell him we got it. He's so reactionary as a white nationalist. He said, "Oh yeah, you ain't gonna come down here. You and the vice lords ain't gonna do." So the guards trying to tell, no, he on something. This something. No. I don't care who. I'm not scared of the vice lord. This blanket assessment. You know what I'm saying? So they get the paper. I'm going to say for a newspaper, Chicago Sun-Times newspaper clipping of Chairman Fred Hampton. That's why I get him offended when these bogus ass book writers and these punks try to do these bogus ass movies and shit. We pay the price for this shit. There's SAG time for this shit. A Chicago Sun-Times article. That's why when December 4th pop up and I got offended at some article earlier with a number of different events. You don't put us in the same category with this softball ass shit, but these motherfuckers talking about Chairman Fred. This is how we live and die this shit. Warden Page, they taking us to North Seg. Get back and Seg, man. You hearing the screams, you hearing how, you know what I'm saying? Park told y'all about that shit. Benny Siegel told y'all about that shit. But they ain't never gonna get at no major airplay. They gonna run you these old punk puffy cones, motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? It's bullshit. It's ghetto boys and laid this shit out to you. You know what I'm saying? If you want them to give you official notice, that they telling you, you probably the descendants of some of the motherfuckers who didn't hear Harriet Tubman singing, telling you, meet me down by the water when the sun go down. You hear them cold words that Reverend Nat Turner was talking about. Because you looking for a gift rap revolution. You looking for these table talk words. So we back in isolation. You seen these different guards. I'm talking about just, man, moving. They throwing cats in the cell with them. You know what I'm saying? Moving on them. They bring this one cat up to the cell, open the door, they tell you cuff up. So you got to debate, am I going to catch a ticket for not cuffing up or I'm going to cuff up? So I cuff up, I get my back on the wall so at least I work my feet. They put the cat inside the cell with me, inside the cage with me. They say, all right, go do your thing. They uncuff him, the cat take the blade and slit his wrist. I said, whoa, slow down. I said, man, hold on, man. He said, you Fred Hampton? You the Black Panthers? I said, well, he said, I tried to kill myself downstairs. They told me, wait for a minute, 1 minute. They took me out of the cell, so they gave me some food and said, 1 minute, and took me up and put me in, said, they trying to give me a jailhouse murder. Had to rap with this cat, man. They come back, next shift, you could tell they thought I was going to be dead. He was going to be out of there. They take him out of there. We hearing what's going on in the gallery. We on the gallery, man. We seeing this one guard, he would come in. I'm like the third or fourth. You look through the crack of the door. You can hear this one particular guard when he come in. You can see this motherfucker. You know, you can see this pig spit inside food. You can see in him spitting food. We would have to get up and tell cats, heads up, man. You know what I'm saying? Who on you hoping? You hoping that it's not this pig that blatantly spits in your food, that you at least can take a chance in your mind that maybe it's some motherfucking food that coming through that, you know, if they did something, you at least don't know about that. This chump come in 3 days in a row, man. We look through the door. One brother downstairs, he said, man, I'm starving. I said, hold on, man. Never let us, hey, hold on. Not in the gallery. No talk on the gallery. He come through, man. This chump, you see him. Haul up the spit, he's spitting the food. We put through the rope, call on the line. No go, man. Dude working, no go. You hear him get downstairs, you hear that brother down there say, man, he say, Cham, I ain't ate. I said, man, no go. He said, man, Cham, I ain't ate. And you hear this pig just do it again. Calling, spitting in the food. And you hear that chuck hole, that's that door and that slot and that steel door open up. And you hear that food slot going there. This is the type of shit that these motherfuckers is, you know what I'm saying, they do. Let me tell you, if you don't believe that's illegal, they set a motherfucker up and they set these fights up. Let me tell you about Menard when I was back in population. It was 2 cases where they had crossed races in the cell. Myself, GD brother name, that last name was Bolden, I believe. They put a white boy in the cell with him. They take us out, they take me out inside the cell. We going down to we on lockdown. They run the showers. They run the showers. So they come and get us. They come, excuse me, come and get me. I don't even say that word too much. They take me down. It's a Menard. It was east of which house it was. I think I'm gonna say 5 Gallery. Go down to the thing. They open it. It's a chain around, and I'm using the term shower loosely, because they open it. It's a chain wrapped around the bars, a gate, like a gate to a yard. Open the gate. Walk in. It's one light bulb up. You know what I'm saying? And it's water up to your knees. It's because the water not going out. It's great. You can't see, if you step in, you can't see your feet. Birds and flies flying around up in this shower. I'm using this term loosely. You go up in they go take you up in there. Excuse me, take me up in there. Let me go in this one light bulb. I look to my right, between 7 and 9 white boys, spiderweb tattoos on their elbows, everything. Translation, North Siders, all that, you know, the North version of the Aryan Brotherhood, all that, they there. So ain't no shots, it's these poles of water dripping from the pipes. So go to the thing. One of the white kids, you know, like in all neighborhoods, there's one white dude that you say, oh man, he grew up, he one of the guys, you know, he cooler. This cat Robin Hood, Latin King. He telling them, I'm hearing him telling them my bio. He said, yeah, man, ooh, that's dude, man, that's champion. So I'm watching up. So I'm seeing he's kind of he trying to express to a couple of them kids like, no, this man dude ain't the one to pull it with. So I'm trying. So I'm singing the Biggie Small song. If I go, somebody else got to go. If I die, somebody else got to die. So I said, excuse me, let me interrupt y'all for a minute. I said, y'all probably wonder, this is too good to be true. I'm just dropped up in here, you know what I'm saying? I said, I'm outnumbered. I said, but somebody gonna have to go with me. And I said, then I don't know what y'all gonna do back in population either. You know what I'm saying? How would this turn out? I said, you think it's a coincidence? They put y'all in with me, you know what I'm saying? I'm laying, man, it's not, man, with dignity, laying this out politically. But you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm about the politics. You, man, with dignity. I'm laying it out politically. Laying out the contradictions, the history, you know what I'm saying? We going through the whole, next thing you know, we talking about Field Marshal George Jackson, the whole lick, you know what I'm saying? The politics. The politics, man. It heightens the contradiction. So the lines of demarcation are drawn. So, who, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Whatever moves you try to make, you doing it into the state. You can dress it up. But the history, you know what I'm saying? We're going to get down, and we'll go against mercenaries and all. We're going to call it what it is. Here come the guards about, I'm going to say 45 minutes, an hour later. They unshackle them, they take them chains off. You literally can see them looking down at that water. They looking for that water to be red. or no, maroonish, because remember it's gray all through in the beginning. They let us out. I come out. I'm telling the cat, hey, man, listen, you got some taste of choice or foes, either one cool with me. I'm in 725 sale. I mean, bring. All right, Chan, we got you, man. What? You know what I'm saying, man? I seen this politics. I know about the stories, and they try to catch the move on Field Marshal George Jackson. I know about, you know what I'm saying, he heightened the contradictions, you know what I'm saying, took them cats, you know what I'm saying, he had to work with the wolf pack and the rest of them cats, you know what I'm saying, in San Quentin and other folks from other camps. We seen, man, you think they moved on the Imam Jamil Amin, you know, the way they moved on just by coincidence? They tried all that with them. You know, I just seen Mike Africa tune in. You know what I'm saying? Man, you think it's you can't. I just say, well, I'm just worried about myself. You can't tell the testimony of Debbie Africa and Mike Africa. You know, the move family. You can't talk about her having that baby about something. I mean, the guards was back in court saying, no, it's a baby over there. And the other prisoners, they ain't not all even that's with the move family. The connection, the embracement, the respect. You know what I'm saying? They kept them, you know what I'm saying? Man, it's a sentiment of respect that they send a message to the state. Man, cannot be utilized to go against this dynamic. We relate to what the Sandinistas said in Latin America. That the will of the people is greater than the man's technology. Y'all right on, hold on. Man, free them all. Call in, man. Will you call in? Call in right now. You call in this number right. Well, call this number at 708-223-8953. Can you call in? 223-8953. Yeah. Tell them to call in right now. We got legends all over. We jumping. I'm just you just done pull me up. I don't went through a whole minute. Call in right now. 708-223-8953. Fremont, we live and direct, y'all. Making history, taking history, and taping history, y'all. Fremont Radios, intellectual radio, y'all. Y'all tune in with us, club in with us, call in with us. 708-223-8953. Okay, we got it. Y'all, forgive me if I'm missing some of these names, y'all. Okay, you been calling, Carl? Excuse me. Okay, we got the 929-477-3785. I think it might be some technical or political difficulties we incurring. Also, let's try 708-223-8953. Let's try that.
Hold on a second. Put it on the mic.
Okay, right on. You live and direct. Who we got here? Fremont.
Man, it's Carl L. Armstrong Stokes.
Well, hey, welcome, brother. Right on, welcome.
Yes, sir. My power, man, and power to the people, man. That's all we got right here.
Yes, sir.
I'm part of that growth and development movement, man. I'm talking
Right
about,
on.
I don't know how we didn't bump heads in the penitentiary.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
When you was in, what you say, you said in 94 you was in certain situations, and I was in Sheridan.
Okay.
I heard about that situation.
Yes, sir.
Joyce was on alert.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
You know how one thing trickle down from one penitentiary
Man.
into the next.
Come on, man.
That's security purposes.
Yes, yes.
That's what things do, and that's Fred Hampton's son.
Man.
Everybody on alert.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's just how it's supposed to be.
Yes.
That one people situation, that one love situation.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
I was in Stateville
Yeah.
in 98 to 2000
Yeah.
in our house. Now you know that's big.
Come on, man. Our house, the beatings going down by Lieutenant Manning, the beat downs they coming on the sales on us, and our house segregation.
Yes, sir. We show you how they do your boy. 6 months to the door. I'm there for a parole violation off the street. I just left Dixon in 96. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Man.
I'm down there with some of the names you was talking
Yes.
about, good brother.
Yes, sir. Man.
He's cold black.
Yes, sir.
I'm there with him. You know, Mr. Clark and a few other names that don't need to be mentioned.
Come on, man. We know them legends, man. We know, man.
I'm down there, so I see that one people. You talking to a dude that was out in the streets gangbanging and then went there to see the instruction. It's a whole new process for you. Your eyes open up and you understand that
Real
it's
talk.
not us against us.
Real talk. Real talk.
Can you dig that? Okay, so when you get these people, this is what they do to me back to the situation in Stateville. 6 months free, kick my coattail, know I'm an angry little young dude. Don't really know the folks of it, even though I've been to the joint, but I'm in Sheridan. You know, that's baby Stateville then. The joint's going up.
Yeah. Yeah.
You kids, you hear me? So now there, and boom, they pull the coattail trying to get me into a situation, mental mind thoughts frames of getting into something violent, end up pushing on Lieutenant Johnson. You remember Lieutenant Johnson? About 6'3", 6'4".
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The Jackson or Johnson, one of them.
Yeah. I'm having flashbacks as you say their names.
Yeah. I end up catching 18 more months across the board. And end up doing that in one. And that just, I'm piggybacking on what you're saying as far as how they will manipulate your mind into doing something you ain't got no business doing in there to take your freedom away.
Real talk. Real talk.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what they do. And then these guys, and you know, I just want to say this too, man, as far as what you're saying, as far as how these people shape certain situations with these celebrities and things, because, you know, a lot of people feel like these celebrities are our leaders, and they're not.
Not at
You know
all.
what I'm saying?
Not at
A
all.
lot of these celebrities is out here promoting the same violence that we out here trying to stop.
They use body salesmen. They send us to the grave and to the concentration camps. They use body salesmen.
They don't believe that it's an agenda
Yeah.
out there
Yeah.
to destroy us. And, you know, some people don't believe that. And that's probably just my own personal thought. But there is a possibility. Yes, sir. And people don't believe that this is to try to destroy, and I'm talking about the Mississippi situation.
Yes.
They don't believe that this is a try to destroy the credibility of what's going on to free good people.
Real talk. Come on, man.
You feel what I'm saying?
Come on, man.
You keep calling it. You don't keep calling it gangster society.
Come on. Yeah, come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on.
You know what I'm saying? So if you can destroy the credibility and make it look like a gang because the world's so easily manipulated by the fucking food tool.
Man, come on, man.
And you can always sit there and stereotype a whole race.
Let me interject on the time and the propaganda, man. You know what I'm saying? You can look at
Let somebody else get in.
no. Hey, man, please, I appreciate you. Stay calling in with us, brother. Love and respect, man. And like you said, we didn't touch directly face to face, but we was connected in them camps, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, real talk, man. Love and respect. Stay, man. Stay in contact with us, brother. Stay online with us, man. Free them all. Love and respect, man. Yes, sir. I'm man. It's another call coming. Let's call back the other caller too. Hey, brother. Hey, don't say right on. Something. You look at all the different times and cases. Even right now in Chicago, who they locking up? We had to do a going away party for a brother out there right now who they know impacts the community. You know what I'm saying? They know this. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like man, go watch the Animal Channel. Watch the Animal Channel and watch how they tell you we're gonna pick this one off. We're gonna, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna bring the population down because we're gonna leave these type of out. We're gonna take these alpha males away. I mean, come on, man. Even when that state case, when they was going up on the case with Chairman Larry Hoover, they were going for parole on this case. All of a sudden, you go back and look at the Jenny Jones talk shows and little children on TV. My daughter's in a gang, and I can't stop her. What gang are you in? I'm a GD. You say, all of a sudden this happened right when this man going for parole. You look at all the, you know what I'm saying, the times, the different cases, you know what I'm saying, Chief Malik and so many other forces, the timing of the slander, the propaganda, all that. They think a brother right now in the streets right now, they gave him, man, listen, they gave a resume on his history, I'm talking about, man, so far back, man. Again, they study our potential more than we know our own potential, y'all. Real talk, y'all. What's happening in Mississippi is by design. We have to heighten the contradictions and say, let's be very clear, y'all. Be very clear. The lines, you know what I'm saying, whose interest do you work in? State of the people, y'all. Real talk. Y'all feel free to call back up in 708-223-8953 or 929-477-3785. Yeah, you know, just every once in a while you catch, you know what I'm saying, that you know, the sum this up politically again. I'm just trying to give the setting. Because I case came with Hampton. I mean, I see certain statements. Well, they should be locked up. What they expect, they be, you know. And I got to take the high road, the political road. So let me give an objective assessment to this. You know what I'm saying? Because this system here, man. If you believe this system, I mean, man. Again, if they're talking about stopping crime, people like George Bush have been buried upon the penitentiary. You know what I'm saying? And it's very clearly war on our people, y'all. Real talk. Real talk. And we, you know, so we gonna, in the service of the people, in the service of history, we gonna lay these contradictions out. And I just want to reiterate something the brother just said. You know, I remember being on buses, pitch black, don't know, you know what I'm saying. And man, I'm over hearing guys being brought on the bus. Man, they got his son moving around somewhere he at, man. I'm hearing guys come back who work in the gallery bringing food, open door. Man, you don't know his son at? You know, man, for him, son, he's somewhere around you. And man, the people, that's what kept me, man, as Minister UEP News said, without the people, I may have come out of there in a pine box. If, I reiterate, if would have come out of there at all. I owe some debts and I paid my debts, man. I owe those, man, the Move 9, the Miabu Jamal, Leonard Peltier, Sunday out at Coley's, the C numbers, your brother, your sister. You know what I'm saying? It's times, you know what I'm saying, that man, that my morale, to my just in the spirit of still shopping, still, and men and women shopping, the men and women. And those isolation cells, all that, you know what I'm saying? Again, we got so many forces that held captive again, and it chips away at your humanity. You know, You know, when they bring the food, if they don't bring the food, you know what I'm saying? I mean, man, I remember writing poems and writing in such a coded language. I found my writings later on. I couldn't even decipher it. I said, I know, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't even write it. Couldn't even decipher it. You know what I'm saying? Being given tickets for having too many books in the cell. Yeah. Yeah, I'm saying this ain't just me. I'm talking. This is the modus operandi how these criminals get out. Yes, indeed. For there are no guaranteed out dates. You know, and you know, and there are no guaranteed out dates. Real talk. Real talk. And people say, well, I don't deal, this prisoner did such a, man, the Marines, they say kill them all, let God sort them out. We say free them all, let the people sort them out. We'll deal with these contradictions, y'all. And again, what's going on, it's a forward into a book, The Dragon Has Come. And it says, you go to the visiting room, you see the grass green on the outside, they have a particular type of guard working in the visiting room, you think your loved ones are treating you mainly. But the reality is they're being taken back and dehumanized, and spirits, to break their spirits, you know. Oh, the whole lit. Let's be very clear what's going on. I need, you know, I meant to say this earlier, I need somebody before we close out. I need some call in, I need some, give us some numbers for the warden of Parchment and other, there's a few more of these camps. The director of the Mississippi, the Bureau, the Department of, pains me to say this word, Department of Corrections. If somebody Google, get those numbers for us real quick. So we need to do some call-ins that the community is, you know what I'm saying, is watching all eyes. What's going on down in these in Mississippi prisons, you know what I'm saying? And again, this we're going to reiterate to, you know what I'm saying, to our forces of influence, relate to our, you know, to our cats on the street, you know what I'm saying? Hey, we're not gonna let them exploit our contradictions, you know what I'm saying? And man, you know what I'm saying? Just be very clear. All police don't wear uniforms. Real talk. Y'all, we live and direct, y'all. Free them all, man. Right on, y'all. I'm finna give y'all a roll call in a minute. Just, man, just want to really appreciate everybody tuning in with us, y'all. We live. I know we got a few more minutes, I think, right? I need that number. I need some call. Somebody do some research for some numbers to call in for the Department of. Again, it pains me to say that word. The Department of Corrections. Yes, I need that. And the Tracy supposed to be calling in, man. I y'all should probably call in. Call back in, Tracy, if you tuning in. Yeah. Let me see. What's this? How you share? Why you think? How you share this thing on this page? No, I ain't gonna fool with that because I don't know. No, I ain't gonna fool with it because I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, what's his name on Facebook? Let's see if he on here. Okay, well, yeah. He just called there. I just lost him. What's his name on Facebook? No. Any more calls and accusers, Conrad? I'm trying to remember this guy's name.
Coming Q, please press 1.
Hold on, it might be him right here. So yeah, I need y'all to, again, oh, here we go, right on. Okay, right on. Okay, beautiful. Okay, we need to, okay, beautiful. Mississippi Department of Corrections, Constituent Services, 601-359-5701. Again, MDOC Constituent Services, area code 601-359-5701. Okay. Okay. It's both for Parchment directly, right on. Okay. 662, we'll post all this up again for y'all too. 745-6611. We got Mississippi Department of Corrections, okay, MDOC, okay, is it same number? 35, okay. And you, man, you, 601-359-5600. The office, all of them, you know what I'm saying? I know a lot of, who got unlimited phone service, this man, I heard about this on the news. I heard about this on Freedom All Intellectual Radio. I heard about, man, what's going on, man? We concerned. You know, so these numbers, man, but these deaths inside the prisons, the communities, man, we are past concern. You know, man, you know, people throw words like state property around, like you supposed to be well, we don't know what happened. You captive. You captive. Ain't anything happening to you, it's on the state watch. 601-359-5608. 601-359-5600. Yes, I'm calling from such and such state. Calling from such and such state. Man, we retag it, repost it. You know what I'm saying? We are past concern about man. You know what I'm saying? Freedom all. Yes indeed, my sister right on. Let me freedom all. Oh yeah, this yes indeed. If we imagine this, no slight. It's uproar. They, what's happening in Australia with animals? And that's what this system does. Wherever it gets down on. But man, this is a problem. These they are knocking us off in these camps. And it's to be in them cages in them cells, man. It's so many war stories. I'm having flashbacks on this, man. They done so many cats in them cages and concentration camps. We get heightened. As Minister Repeating said, they love to perform that treachery in the dark. Man, we got to turn the lights on, heighten the contradictions, y'all. Real talk. Especially we flood them call-ins in. Tonight on their voicemails, when they come in, that red light buzzing like, man, listen, I don't know what's going on. People from Chicago, Cali, England, Africa, everybody's calling in. 601-359-5600. And all that, miss us with all that old gang banging. We trying to figure out how these, you know what I'm saying, man, we ain't no sidetracking. These people are being murdered and under y'all care. We gonna put a call out to their families and get these names, you know what I'm saying, get these families online. We organize, you know what I'm saying, man, get some bodies on the ground right down there in front of these places. And we seen, man, when the rebellions happened in Attica, September 9th throughout the 13th in New York. They said, man, we gonna representatives of the Black Panther Party down here, man. The party at the man. They said, man, this who we want our demands to be articulated, you know what I'm saying, through and with, you know what I'm saying, man. We gotta make that connection from those who are held captive to the outside community, y'all. Real talk. We gotta make that connection, y'all. Real talk. And those who know who I'm going with this here, you know, ain't no coincidence. You know what I'm saying? They know who done got out recently. They know the potential of this here. You know what I'm saying? They know who the conversation is intensifying about need to get out. They, you know what I'm saying? A lot of these be what they call in war preemptive strikes. These cats buzzing about certain, you know what I'm saying, certain legends. You know what I'm saying? A lot of cats say, man, oh, that don't make no difference if such and such get out there. These cats, these don't honor nothing. Let me say something about the DNA of our people, man. We damaged, but we all of us ain't broken, man. If that's what if you shattered, so if it's a rap for you, go and find your casket and lay it on down. You know what I'm saying? Don't be throwing all us to no mass morgue. We ain't over it. It's something in us. It's something in us. Even them cats will be demoralized with, you know what I'm saying? All they do is out there drinking. There's something in us. For some cats, they'll pour a little bit. They might not come to your ritual, your event, and say, you know what I'm saying, and dress in your African garb. You know what I'm saying? It's something that's connected them. Like, man, pour a little libation. It's something in us. It's something in us. It's something. Even the animals, you know what I'm saying? The animals still keeps it. You know, dogs have puppies. You be like that. That dog don't move that way. You know what I'm saying? The dog ain't go to no birth training classes. It's certain dynamics that they're saying that they have tried to break at us. They told these elephants on one time. And these elephants are going through the musk period, the teenager. You know, I'll be saying, oh, yeah, they bad elephants. They not bad elephants. They naturally going through this musk. They challenging them. They bumping against each other. It's natural. But you know, these African elephants. They got to be gang banging. They bad, kill them, take the tusk, all that. No, they brought one bull. Put one bull elephant. This is presence alone. You seen the dynamics change around. It's the presence. It's certain just the aura of certain forces that click in with these cats. These cats we ain't never seen them. I'm telling you what God love. Cat told me, I'm speaking to school, Winnie Mandela School. I'm talking to these youngsters. These youngsters don't know who Winnie Mandela is. And and the people who over, they cool with it. Man, you got me confused. I'm gonna go be cool with it. So I'm laying the leg down. So one shorty, you know, he doing this thing. He going through his musk, or he trying to raise up and treat. You know what I'm saying? He murder him out. Man, you got me confused, shorty. Shorty back up. He said, man, he dropped a T. He said, man, you the first man I ever seen, man. I almost dropped a tear in my eye. I said, what? And this is the man, but there's something in us that again. And I granted that some of us, man, it's casualties. But don't be counting all us out. Like my man said, when they say watch one of them shows and all these famous Negroes they was putting up on TV, they were talking about how their families and stuff, and everybody messed up in our community, people. He said, but that's y'all. Like I was telling this cat on this movie set, you know, he come, they debate me, talking about, well, no, we don't see that what happened. I said, you're talking about Chairman Fred. You what you mean? You don't see, you can't relate to nothing like that. Go get your script for your who your old man might do or won't do. You know what I'm saying? Let's be clear. You know what I'm saying? You have to acknowledge that. I don't draw the conclusion. I can speak for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's certain things that cats do. I can't relate with that. But it's something, and cats need to be clear on that. So all the time, man, these cats ain't gonna listen up. That man, they go down to AR legal, get you a casket, lay it on down. Don't be doing no mass morgan with us. Some of us they get take out. We ain't just laying down. They get take us out. Real talk. Yes indeed. Yes indeed. I'm flashback on that speech. This politics is so applicable and relevant in every situation. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Let me say this. It's an honor. Honor to serve. Keep those in parchment, everybody in other places in your minds, your hearts. See numbers in your minds and hearts. Make sure before y'all go to bed, leave her on their voicemail that you are concerned, in fact, your past concern about what's happening with this genocide that's happening down there in Mississippi. And it's more than M.I. cricket letter. It's a whole bunch of, cricket letters and you know what I'm saying? And those cricket letters is more than that. Those cricket letters are MDOC, MPD, a whole bunch more cricket letters. Flood them callers in 601-359-5600, 662-745-6611, 601-359-5701. Y'all keep y'all heads up, eyes on physically. Do we play Fannie Lou Hamer? Do we play Fannie Lou Hamer, Sister Comrade? Do we play her? If we did, I don't want to tell. Fannie, do we get Fannie Lou Hamer that 3-minute testimony what happened to her in Mississippi jail? We didn't find it.
No, sir.
Everyone, it's okay. I know we don't know. We might not get time to pull it. We gonna make sure we start off next week's shows with this. But in the meantime, I need y'all to pull this up. It's 3 minutes and 40-some seconds. Fannie Lou Hamer. Fannie Lou Hamer.
Brother Chairman, is it the Freedom Summer testimony?
Was 3 minutes and some seconds, 40-some seconds? When she talks about the prison, it said
yes, sir.
Please let's get, if we get there, let's run that. This is Fannie Lou Hamer telling what happened to her in jail, Mississippi jail. This is Fannie Lou Hamer telling you what happened, how they had a prisoner beat her, and you think that we just making this up what's going on right now today? Fannie Lou Hamer, y'all. Sick and tired of being sick and tired.
had a lot of very different people. They had Rita Schultz, the widow of Mickey, who had been killed in Neshoba County. They had Martin Luther King. Everybody knew King.
The seating of the delegation from the Mississippi Freedom Democratic Party has political and moral significance.
It may be
Far
one.
beyond the borders of Mississippi are the halls of this.
No, it's one where she goes straight. She started talking. Fannie Lou Hamer.
But the highlight
Oh,
of
hold on.
the ceremony was that
Hold on, I'll go with this.
Fannie Lou Hamer, the sharecropper who had been evicted from a plantation, had come to symbolize the Mississippi movement.
Mr. Chairman, and to the Credentials Committee, it was the 31st of August in 1962 that 18 of us traveled 26 miles to the county courthouse in Indianola to try to register to become first-class citizens. We was met in Indianola by policemen.
The president, Lyndon Johnson, he's not afraid of Martin Luther King's testimony. He's afraid of Fannie Lou Hamer's testimony. And so he decides that the country should not see her testify live.
Johnson is in the White House, and he convened an impromptu press conference.
Hmm.
We'll return to this scene in Atlantic City, but now we switch to the White House and NBC's Robert Gorelski. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States.
Right when Fannie Lou Hamer speaking.
9 months ago.
Why you think the
He did it
newspaper?
knowing that they would break away, thinking he might announce who his choice of vice president was going to be. Instead, he gets up there and he announces, get this, he announces that it's 9 months to the day since Governor Connolly, who was there, was shot along with President Kennedy. So he announced a 9-month anniversary. Everybody's scratching their heads.
They don't want you to hear Fannie Lou Hamer.
And then he leaves. By that time, Fannie Lou Hamer's testimony was over. However, it backfired on Johnson because it became a story that she had been taken off television and in the news that night, and for days afterwards, they replayed her testimony.
I was carried to the county jail and put in the booking room.
Listen, Mississippi.
They left some of the people in the booking room and began to play something fair.
She had Mississippi in her bones. Martin Luther King or the Smithfield Stutters couldn't do what Fannie Lou Hamer did. They couldn't be a
And when the feminists tried to run her, they told her we trying to get her free from Pap. She told them me and Pap trying to get free.
And that's what
Fannie Lou Hamer.
did.
And it wasn't too long before 3 white men came to my cell. One of these men was State Highway Patrol. So we're going to make you wish you was dead.
Did we lose the part she testified about how they had another prisoner beat her?
Thank you for using Blog Talk
Y'all
Radio.
tune in. Y'all follow up on that Fannie Lou Hamer testimony. Keep y'all heads some Alvin Fish clenched. What's the call? Free them all.